Bradley Beal, as of late, a lot of fans are classifying him as a superstar-like player. I don't know if I'm the only person that sees it, but I had made a TikTok a couple of days ago talking about how I think that Bradley Beal is overrated, and a lot of people commented saying Bradley Beal's better than Luka. A lot of
and you said Luka is better than Kawhi.
I mean, before the season, yes. I mean, I think it's much closer than people think, but this is the thing. I believe that Bradley Beal has become overrated, and I don't know when this kind of shift in NBA culture started, where fans started praising players that score a lot but lose. Because I remember when Devin Booker did it, he got hated, he got crucified to the point when he scored 70, nobody really cared because they were losing. But now we see players like Zach LaVine on the Bulls that score a lot and lose. They're starting to get more praise now.
But he is starting to lead us to more wins.
Yeah, they are winning. I'll agree with that. But right now, Bradley Beal is averaging 34.8 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4.6 assists. And even with these gaudy numbers, I think that Bradley Beal is overrated and teams should be careful when trying to trade so much for him. I don't think the Heat should trade Harrow, Robinson, and Nunn for
Definitely
Beal
not.
and a bunch of picks. And when you look at great scores on losing teams, this is not something new. Monte Ellis in 2009 scored 26 points per game for Golden State. Kevin Martin in 2008 scored 25 points per game on the Sacramento Kings. Kevin Love in 2013 had a double-double with 26 and 13 on the Timberwolves. Just in 2017, a 5'9" Isaiah Thomas scored 29 points per game on a winning team.
So I got a question. If James Harden did all the James Harden things, but never won, never made it to the playoffs or whatever, doing what Bradley Beal does, what would you say about James Harden?
It's hard to imagine that because Harden would never do that.
What?
Because Harden has made 8 straight playoffs with the Rockets and has never won.
I would see
in the West.
I would see where you're coming from because you're just gonna say he's doing all this and losing, right?
I mean, Bradley was not even getting close to the playoffs though.
Yes,
this is the second straight
but
year.
Also, who does he have?
I mean, one, he has Westbrook, who Harden had last year, and they made the playoffs, and they were the highest scoring duo in NBA history.
But how bad has Westbrook been this season?
Westbrook hasn't been that bad.
I want to say this before we get into this top 20 fun list here. The NBA has become a league where we praise losing. We praise high stats for losing. Bradley Beal is putting up 30, and I told him I always thought Bradley Beal was just an all-star. I didn't think he was just high. He's putting up 40 points and they're down by 20 points. They're losing. I think even with Zach, and we started winning as of late, but even with Zach, I was hesitant because it's easy to put up. If you're a talented player, you're gonna put up the numbers in a losing effort. No matter, that's just your
taking
talent.
20 plus shots.
Yeah, but can you put up numbers in a winning situation? And Bradley Beal has shown when they're winning, he's a 22 point per game scorer, and he's not a high usage rate guy. John Wall was really getting him open, spotting him up, doing things like that. He wasn't really that one-on-one guy. Now, granted, that was a while ago, but still, I feel like Bradley Beal had it always in him. It's just now he's getting the ball a lot more.
This is what I'm going to say.
He's more ball dominant.
To finish my argument, Isaiah Thomas averaged 29 points per game in a winning situation.
Yeah, that was tough.
Right? What if he was on Washington? He probably would have averaged 35.
50.
Just like what Beal is doing now. DeRozan in 2017 averaged 27 points per game. Even though DeRozan...
On the Spurs, right?
No, on the Raptors in 2017.
Last year?
Yeah. Even when DeRozan and Isaiah Thomas were doing those things, nobody in 2017 thought they were top 10 players in the league.
100%.
We knew they were all-stars.
It might have been some Boston fans that were Isaiah.
But if you kind of look at who else was balling in those years, it was kind of hard to...
It was more talented now than it was when they were doing it.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm going to say.
That's what I was trying to say.
Last season, Washington's defense was 11 points better when Bradley Beal was off the court. And among 251 players to defend isolations in the NBA,
he's the worst.
Bradley Beal allowed the 8th highest scoring rate in the NBA. So he's giving up 35, but he's scoring 35, but he's giving up 40. And this is why it's so hard for people to fathom that Bradley Beal is leading the league in scoring, but he's not a top 15 player. The reason why it's so hard for people to fathom that is because the last 20 years in the NBA, who have been the leading scorers in the NBA? KD, Melo,
James
Westbrook,
Harden,
Curry, Harden,
top 10
Kobe,
players.
Iverson, T-Mac, LeBron, Wade, all guys who we viewed as the upper echelon of the league.
Superstars.
This the first year where somebody who's not in the upper echelon of the league is doing this. And that's why it's so hard to grasp. For me, I think there are 15 players that are absolutely no debate better than Bradley Beal.
15 players?
Yes.
No, yeah.
And I think, and the other 5, I think it's a debate. But these are my 15. LeBron, Durant, Kawhi, Giannis, Curry, Harden, Davis, Luka, Joker, Embiid. That's 10.
Easy.
Dame, PG, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, and Tatum. That's 15.
Okay.
And then the debatable ones.
I would say Tatum is better than Beal.
I want to add a few on there.
I would say that, yeah.
I had Jaylen Brown up there. I had Donovan Mitchell up there.
That's 17.
I had Cat up there.
That's 18.
I had Clay healthy up there. And
That's
Chris
19.
Middleton is honest to God a debate.
I think. I'm gonna be honest. I think that
Chris Middleton is a debate.
I think Rudy Gobert in terms of impact, especially on the defensive end,
Yeah.
you could say that. I think Bam is debatable
I think
too.
him and Devin
you
Booker
also
are
Jamal
literally at
Murray?
the same level.
I didn't say Jamal Murray just because
Debatable, I feel
playoff
like.
Jamal Murray, yeah. But this
I feel
Jamal
like-
Murray, no.
You could debate Trae Young.
You could.
You could debate Trae Young. I mean, a guy who puts up big numbers that aren't winning.
So
as much.
I got a question right now. So you think he's a defensive liability?
He is a defense.
So
Yeah, no doubt about
So
it.
do you think his defense isn't up to where his offense is because he's putting so much effort on the offensive end?
No, I think his defense is bad because he's a 6'3" guard that is not that strong, so he can't guard players that are stronger than him.
So you don't think it's like he's choosing not to play defense? You're just saying he just doesn't have it in him to play defense.
I mean, I think even if he did choose to play defense, he'd be an okay defender because when Washington was winning, he wasn't a horrid defender. He was okay, but he wasn't putting up 30.
I think he's giving up that defensive thing. I think he just decides on he. It's clear he doesn't want to win. He keeps talking about he wants to be in
he looks
Washington.
mentally drained after every game.
But he knew coming in that this was gonna be a hard task. I agree with all those players though. I think there's a lot of debatables. I think there's more than what we named. I think we can go down.
I think Bam Adebayo might be up there too.
Yeah, that's like Washington fans are crazy. Like I think he's overrated in the sense.
A lot of NBA fans think that Beal belongs in the top 15.
And people are just looking at the 34 points and they're just thinking, okay, top 10 player. No,
But what else does he bring?
nothing.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I was arguing is that what does Bradley Beal bring outside of the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Nets, right? Where can you drop Bradley Beal in, and he takes that team over the top? Like if you swap Middleton for Beal, do the Bucks become?
I'm gonna
better?
be honest with you. I think the Clippers and the Lakers get
maybe.
worse with him.
No, I don't think so.
I think
so.
the Lakers would be a good fit.
I think Clippers giving up. They're gonna have to give up a lot of their depth.
Clippers would be
and,
a horrible
and
fit.
defensive, and they don't have a point guard to really. And that's taking the ball out of Kawhi and PG's hands.
Yeah.
I think Bradley Beal on the Heat with Jimmy, Bam, and Beal. I don't think that's a lock for a championship.
I don't even
like,
think that's a lock
finals
for
team.
ECF.
I don't think it is. And last year we saw the Heat go on that Cinderella run. If you were to exchange Bam and Beal, I don't think they do that. They
No,
don't do that.
100%. No.
They don't
What
do
Bam brought to that team last year, Beal's not
And
bringing
that's
that.
what I'm saying is that Beal, he's a great scorer, yeah, but when he goes to a winning situation and is forced to be the second /
But
third option,
Adebayo, low-key could score, I feel like.
yeah, he's
just
scoring like 19 a game this
just-
season.
He could drop 30 if he wanted to, I feel
My
like.
thing with Miami is Jimmy would easily take a back seat to scoring. I think we know that.
Oh, definitely.
But what is
He doesn't
that-
want to score.
Yeah, but is that the right call? Because
No,
we've seen
I
in the
feel like
end,
no.
Jimmy is a better closer than Bradley Beal. And let's be realistic: the Nets, Boston, Bucks, those are the top 3 teams in the East. They get Bradley Beal. They're probably gonna have to gut their roster. Is that team really realistically beating those 3 teams? Like, is it a lock for them to beat those 3 teams with that big 3? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the thing for me, in that's why when I said it, because I said it on TikTok and I said it on Twitter, I got a lot of backlash for it. But when you watch the game and you see, like, what else does Bradley Beal bring? Like, he's not bringing much else. Like, we can, as much as we want to say it's a situation, at some point or another, you got to make the players around you better.
He's
right?
not even that off-ball scorer he was anymore.
Yeah, like, he's not making the players around him better. He's getting his buckets and he's doing what he does.
That's it.
But
Like,
who
as
is he
long as he's
making
getting
better
his.
around him? Like,
I
he's
don't
not
think
making
anybody.
anybody better around him. That's why for me it's a debate. And like I said, it's really unprecedented that a guy who's leading the league in scoring is not a top 10 player, like consensus top 10 player, but it's happening with Bradley Beal. And that's why people look at his scoring numbers and think he is.
He's not even
he is
consensus
that.
top 15.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, it's like we just named 25 players, I think, and 15 were facts, and then the other 10 were like debatable.
Like what if you want to put like De'Aaron Fox there, or
you could honestly debate Devin Booker at this. They're kind of the same guy if we're being realistic.
CJ McCollum is kind of the same too. Even though Beal is younger, but McCollum was dropping 27 with the Blazers,
and they're winning.
True. Yeah.
So it's like it's winning definitely matters, and when you're not winning, it's hard to sit there and look at your situation and say,
call me crazy, but I think in a few years LaMelo Ball will be debatable.
Oh no, not debatable. He'd be better.
Yeah,
yeah, I think so. As a point guard, most def.
Yeah.
But you look at John Wall. He went to Houston, and
he said, "I got to be the franchise guy,"
and he became the leader, and they're winning. Yeah. Like they're winning.
Well, they got him on. I think don't they got him on a minute restriction now? Well,
nah, he's there. He just doesn't play back to backs, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oladipo has been balling too.
Oladipo, he might be another arguable one. I feel like a little bit.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Sabonis, we forgot Sabonis. Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't say Sabonis either.
I mean, but you could honestly debate it. Like you could sit there and have a conversation about if Sabonis, because let's be honest, he's more impactful to his team, and his jump is the reason why they're so good.
His shooting too.
I feel bad for Bradley Beal.
That's why I think I want to see, with all this being said, I genuinely want to see Bradley Beal in a winning situation.
Me too.
To see how he does?
Yes, to see how he does and where his points is. Because, look, my prediction is that if he goes to a winning situation, he'll score 25 points per game. That's my prediction.
Like, do you think he's the type of player where he's going to adapt his game to his situation, or he's going to kind of be like, this is how I play and y'all got to adapt to me?
I mean, he shouldn't be that way because he has done nothing to earn that right.
Do you think he would make the Bucks better?
If you swap out Chris Middleton, or you just drop him in with the Bucks?
I'd say you swap out. They steal something and swap out Drew Holiday and somebody else.
I think.
I don't know. Drew Holiday is.
Yeah, I think Drew Holiday is.
Okay, so swap out Middleton. Middleton for Beal.
I think offensively they get better, no doubt, and they have a closer. But
they got a closer. But then defense, who's gonna really?
I think they could make up for the defense.
You also got to kind of think about it. Bradley Beal's position, he would have to guard the other team's best player.
Not true.
That's
what Drew's there for.
Drew would do
It'd just be a trouble when they play the Nets.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think Drew would.
But if you got a team who got two good guards like the Blazers, and then you got Drew guarding Dame, and now you got to put someone like Bradley Beal and McCollum.
I think they're gonna just.
Is it a liability?
They're gonna equally give each other.
I think it's a liability, but it's about the same. I think that it's tough because I think his offense is terrific, but everything else is kind of meh. Like his playmaking is meh. He's not a great playmaker. He's not a point guard like Harden. People want to.
Why you gotta?
He says Harden.
Why do you have to?
Because I'm saying when you look at the best shooting guards.
Can you say another? Though?
When you say when we talk about the best shooting guards in the game, Harden is number one, and this is who people are comparing Bradley Beal to right now.
People need to stop.
So that's what I'm saying. Like compared to Harden and compared to the best two guards in the league, his playmaking is not there. His rebounding is not there. His defense is not there.
I would even say Clay's a better playmaker than Bradley Beal.
I don't think I'd say that.
I've never seen in my life. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I think Clay could.
Clay just worries about his buckets and defense and gets out the way. He ain't worried about nothing else.
I kind of feel like
you've said Harden in every segment, right?
What can I say, man?
Guy's a freak.
He does. He does something to me, man.
Whoa. Yo, come on.
Y'all say pause on me. That's crazy.
Come on, bro.
Y'all got to make a little edit of that.
But look, Harden has been phenomenal.
It's Beal. We're talking about Beal, bro.
Oh yeah, Beal has been good too. Beal has been good too. Like I'm not knocking him. He's averaging 34 points per game. He's obviously doing something right. But I just want to see Bradley Beal in a winning situation to see the type of player he'd be. Because I don't think what he's doing now is what he really is.
I kind of feel like too with his situation, if you kind of put any top 20 shooting guard in the league right now.
Damn, that's a pretty long list, bro.
Look, yeah.
I don't think so.
20 top, you could name
top 20
shooting guards. Put them in a situation where they're the face and they get to take 25 plus shots a game. I would say they could score 25 plus.
John, that was crazy. That was
I think so.
Top. I think there are about 5 that can do it.
Yo, John,
I would say
crazy.
10. I would say 10 definite, and then maybe another 10.
Name 10. Can you even name 10 shooting guards?
Not off the top of my head right now, but I think I could. I think I'm going to get that.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I'm not going to co-sign that.
Yeah, I can
giving
that
an NBA player 25 plus shots a game. You're going to tell me he's not
going to give Kelly Oubre 25 shots a game for the whole season. You really believe he's going to score 30 points? He's a shooting guard
He's
now.
not.
I mean, 20. He's giving you 20 plus if he's taking 25.
He can't even score now with no attention on him. You think he's going to score 30?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not
John,
30, not 30. I said
John,
20 plus.
John,
20
you know
plus.
you're going to get ethered in the comments. Right?
Not 30, 20 plus. I don't. You know what, bro? It's all good. I'm gonna stick to that.
That was a bad take.